Lowrider S top 5 upgrades. Let's get into it. What's going on, YouTube? FXDLS Brooklyn is back in the building. I had a subscriber that recently asked me to make a video about this, and when I say Lowrider S, obviously this is a Dyna Lowrider S, but I think a lot of what I'm going to talk about is going to also transfer over to the Milwaukee 8 Lowrider S. As y'all know, I am a Lowrider ST owner, which is that bike with a fairing as well as some bags, so going to try to be objective and to the point here of what I think the top 5 upgrades are for your Lowrider S, whether you've gotten it brand new or gotten it used. What should you do first? So I'm not going to say brakes and I'm not going to say suspension. Obviously those are things that I do choose to upgrade on all my bikes, but believe it or not, on a stock Lowrider S, both the brakes and the suspension are not terrible. I'm not going to say they're the best, but they're not terrible. If we're talking about the Dyna Lowrider S, actually that year came with that, I believe it was their premium emulsion rear suspension. Obviously in an M8 Lowrider S you got the monoshock, so you're not really doing too bad with suspension off the bat. As well as brakes, you know, both models do come in with ABS, so you know, I'm not going to talk about brakes and suspension, although with most bikes outside of the Lowrider S platform, that is usually what I'll tell people to focus on first, is get your brakes dialed in, get your suspension dialed in. But what I will talk about first is some lighting, y'all. You know, you want to be seen, so get your lighting dialed in. Obviously I'm running nothing but the best, which is Moon's MC. I got their Fly Eye V2 in the front. I also got these little strips here that also act as turning signals, and of course in the rear also running Moon's MC. So you want to be seen, you know. Give you a little preview of what this bike looks like. That is what we're running. Again, Moon's MC, be seen. Then of course in the back we got the little strobe effect. You know, I add the little license plate frame. So that's thing number one, is you just want to be seen. I think top upgrade number 2 is you got to upgrade the exhaust. You know, I run Fab 28 on all my bikes. You know, obviously there's a lot of great exhausts out there. This is just my preference. For me, I've always been really happy with the performance gains that I've gotten with this pipe. Really happy with it aesthetically. You know, this particular pipe has over 50,000 miles on it, and I honestly think it does get better with age, and nothing sounds better than a Fab 28. Case and point. Okay, third upgrade that you're probably going to want to make pretty soon off the bat is your seats. Yes, your seats. Whether we're talking about a Dyna Lowrider S or an M8 Lowrider S, you need some support for a fast bike. This is a fast bike, even stock. So you're going to want to upgrade that seat to a Saddleman Step Up or a Saddleman STC Pro. Keep yourself locked in. You know, that's my preference. But whether you're putting in the real miles or you're just ripping around town, you want to have a seat that locks you in. You want to be comfortable. And it really does change the riding position a little bit to something more aggressive. So don't sleep on your seat. Change out your seat. You know, I don't usually run the seat, but this is the Saddleman Touring Step Up. I do like this because it has a little bit more surface area for the passenger, so we got that. And the fourth upgrade you're probably going to want to make on your Lowrider S off the bat is your bars, my friends. Yes, that's the one thing Harley still hasn't really graced us with, is proper bars for the Lowrider S. And what I got on here is, of course, the Brooklyn Brawlers from Indy and Larry. We got a 10-inch riser. You know, we got the gauges integrated in here. You know, we have an additional 2 inches, you know, a little bit of pullback in here. Perfect bars, perfect bar height for an aggressive riding position as well as a sustainable riding position on the long miles. So don't sleep on your bars. I've always been really unhappy with the bars on a stock Lowrider S, whether it's the Dyna or the M8. Swap out those bars and keep it moving. I guess the last thing we'll talk about is we are talking about a Lowrider S. So what that means is it is not going to come with any luggage or baggage or anything like that. So you want to invest in your baggage. I typically run a detachable sissy bar, which I don't have on right now, hence detachable, which is really nice. So, you know, when I don't want to run it, I could easily take it off. So get yourself a detachable sissy bar. I run the Harley Davidson one. Get yourself a set of Leather Pros. I'm actually running the Leather Pro Minis right here, which are deceivingly spacious. You wouldn't think, but these things are deceivingly spacious. So, you know, obviously these are my get around town Leather Pros. I obviously have my full V3s that I run for my bike trips, but get yourself a pair of Leather Pros. And then I got this bag that just is absolutely my favorite. This is the Biltwell Exfil 2. I've recorded a video on this. I don't think I cut it yet, but this thing's amazing. amazing. It's a good place to put your phone, or a good place to put the burnt out Polaroid picture that your friend took of you while you were leaving, or a good place to put a majestic scene of a horse in the western country when you are going through the most hellish traffic and you need a scene of serenity to clear your mind. This thing is magnetically locked, so on and off, so it's just a really nice piece of baggage. So you want to get your baggage dialed in, because a Lowrider S does not come with any baggage. So yeah, that's my top 5 upgrades. Obviously, we could list probably 10 or 20 other things that are super important, but off the bat, those are probably the things I would do. Let me know in the comment section, what would you do, or what did you do first on your Lowrider S? And if I missed anything, or you think I got something wrong, let me know. Stay safe and stay low. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. We do have merch. If you're someone that does put in the real miles, check out the link in the description. And on that, FXDLS Brooklyn is out.